Welcome. Game number 2 is upon us. Heroic versus PVISION. We got a Pudge. Hell yeah. Everybody loves Pudge.
This is a bit of a wild one for me from Heroic, the way they opened this. So it's, I mean, first picking Prophet comes as no real big surprise, but following it up with Ench Pudge, I think is very much of a curveball. And I can't say I hate throwing curveballs against PVISION when you are the underdog, but I think if anything, game number 1 showed that you might just, you know, be able to bring a close game in the second one if you keep things standard.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit unsure how to feel about this, because if this was game 1, I would have liked it more than I do in game 2 now that we see how much closer the teams were than I personally anticipated they would be. This is pretty high risk. I think I share the same perspective here with the panel that it's possible that the lanes for Heroic just fall apart too early and the game gets really difficult to play. I think the Pudge Nyx lane in particular should really struggle.
Yeah, talk about 2 dead heroes in a lane.
Yeah, it's right. Pudge is a better laner than you might think, but
Nyx has always been garbage.
Nyx just really does not bring out the best in you. Like if you're playing Pudge offlane, there's like, let's say you had the Snapfire. Then all of a sudden, this lane could be a lot more interesting, obviously, than the other team doesn't have the Snap, but give them a good 5 and you have Snap Pudge, you actually have a fighting chance against Monkey +1, but the Monkey versus Pudge matchup is, in isolation, is very Monkey favored, and it's the supports that make the difference. This time around just seems hard to imagine. Okay, nice little self-stun here from 9 class being juked out by Schofield, who's really trying to pull the wave, but PVISION are aware that this is a necessity for Pudge, so they are effectively adding that extra hero to the mix to prevent that first pull from going through, and this has massive ramifications on the lane now, because now Monkey King is ahead by a full wave when Whisper can start, I was going to say contesting, I think that's the wrong word here, start looking at the creeps.
Very good, Cinderant. It's funny, when I look at this PVISION draft, even though, you know, the Alchemist remains and whatnot, the strategy feels actually similar to Heroic's game 1. It's just crazy amount of minus armor. 4 out of the 5 heroes have just ridiculous. Well, I guess the Monkey King does it, but if he goes for Deso this time around, it's still a lot of physical damage on the side of PVISION. But this time the Quap is kind of the separator. Instead of the Slardar from game 1 on Heroic, you do have mixed damage now with the Magic and Pure coming out from her.
And I think the good news here for...
Oh boy. Impale will follow a beautiful hook from Whisper, and that's going to be first blood for the Pudge.
Yes.
Try to turn this around onto Satanic as the Rot will continue, just giving more damage to Whisper.
The kill we all expected. Of course, Pudge Nyx getting first blood on Snap.
Yeah, after we just shat all over the lane. Another hook, Satanic, not able to dodge the Impale, and down goes another member of PVISION.
God,
Whisper, Pudge, God.
I can't believe PVISION picked Monkey King into Pudge. This is such an easy lane for Pudge.
God, I love watching Pudge.
Yeah. That's good, though. You really needed that for Pudge, too. The thing here is, if you don't find these kills, you have 3 CS, you know? Like, the lane was already starting to look really grim, but this is what makes Pudge more interesting now than it used to be, is when you do run this Rotten Core, you do quite a lot of damage when Rot starts stacking up.
Yeah.
Starting to see some trouble now for Schofield. Will be a trade-off, but he'll be able to return with full resources.
Yes, indeed. Satanic is very upset about Ducalis taking that.
And while we focused a lot on bottom, the other lanes for Heroic looking quite good. So Kunkka against Quap is seemingly a wash right now. I think that's kind of expected in the early levels. And then in the top lane, Nature's Prophet, very happy.
I have a real question for you. I want you to not... I want you to take it seriously.
Okay.
Why have we never seen Spirit Wolves in a pro game, at least to my knowledge?
What does it do?
The wolves are not controllable. They give you crazy amount of stats.
Oh, I have seen that in a game.
You're a stat bot. You've seen it in a pro game or a pub game?
I have seen that in a pro game.
Oh, really?
I think it was shortly. It's so... like, I had to ask because I didn't even remember that this still existed, because I haven't seen it for a long time now. But just when it came out, I think I did see some carry Lycans try this. It was okay. I think that was the thing. It didn't really make a splash.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It might be a numbers thing where you make it a bit better and all of a sudden it...
In my pub turbo games, it's really strong.
You couldn't even say that without laughing. You got halfway through the sentence.
Yeah, I'm just so funny. You know, I can't help myself.
You knew that wasn't worth being said out loud, and you still did it.
No one going to continue with the Shadow Strikes, and they have a TP. No, going to be canceled as Analog kind of stuck in a weird spot, but Schofield comes to play as well. Gonna force no one out. Does not expend a spell, though. So, in terms of the Helm of the Dom type heroes, is...
Oh, another hook?
Yeah, another hook into the tower, but Ducalis will live. Are we just going to be seeing heroes... I mean, we're seeing heroes that don't typically buy Helm, so I assume the heroes that normally like Helm are going to be higher priority in this patch.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair assessment. Oh, close call there. Thinking about the teleportation. By the way, Analog has gone 2-2-0 here, so no point in X mark against Quap. Interesting with a double point in Torrent. Obviously great when you do connect it, but some situations...
No one's going to be missing some good XP here. Has to walk all the way back to base as 9 class drops to Yuma, who's playing the position 1 Nature's Prophet this time around. One of his favorite heroes. Cast quite a few of his games in the past.
Yep. Not surprising at all to see Heroic up for that as the very first pick. Also is a patch that Prophet is very popular in general.
DM getting chased by the tomato and a couple of range heroes to boot, and a lot of trouble. 9 class a little bit too late with Concoction, so KJ nets himself a very nice kill onto the Lycan. So Heroic off to an early 4-1 start as Schofield snipes a courier, which had treads, a fully completed treads for Satanic.
That's a big one. I say that at the same time, though, Monkey King is still crushing bottom, right? But with treads, maybe he poses more of a threat to Whisper. Now, Whisper with boots advantage can just run away from trouble, or they could try to make their own move.
They want to get in deep. Yuma's there, though. Gets off the Sprout, forces Satanic onto the other side, and an easy kill for Yuma and company. Really high-octane offense from Heroic in this game, too.
God, I love Pudge.
Indeed. Oh, yeah, look at that heal. Sprout heals now.
Yeah. Not even position 1 Prophet will go for the money bags.
Yeah, imagine how much gold they would have had.
Go for the heal that has been nerfed to about 50% on level 4 of what it used to be, and it's still better than money bags.
I mean, I'm not complaining. We don't have the 25 talent with the creep anymore.
That's true. You know, by a comparison, you can make anything sound fun.
I feel like Nature's Prophet's not really a boring hero, though, in general. So
no,
I don't really mind. I mean, Terrorblade, on the other hand, don't get me started. 9 class on the run, gets enchanted. The Impetus doing a decent amount of damage. No one comes in, wants the trade, gets it with the Sonic Wave. So 1 for 1. Yuma will be able to dodge all of that, though.
I don't think you feel all that good about that as no one. That was your entire mana pool depleted for this kill on the 5-inch. And your TP. It's something, but not all that great. And oh, this could have been a really big prize for Heroic. If he gambled it there, Yuma might have actually been able to get the Wisdom in time before 9 class came over. But assumed that PVISION would be on top of it. We'll trade evenly. Schofield getting the level 4 onto Nyx. Of course, there's a hero we don't see very often, primarily because of its struggles in the laning phase. But now that you've got over that hurdle, Nyx can get quite interesting. So this was a lane that we were absolutely not expecting Heroic to win. And in all fairness, they didn't. But they did much better than we expected. So relative to expectations, absolutely a win. Monkey King is obviously still doing quite well in spite of losing his towers with Prophet rotation. But
oh, they want to go for Whisper. The Pudge requires everyone's attention. Wrath of Nature comes out. The Pudge falls first. Satanic inside the Sprout gets out just fine. Has the full Jingu as well.
I think Whisper might have misplayed that a little bit. I think maybe he could have got Dismember off on the Monkey King. After all the stuns were expended, that could have gone kind of interesting, but I think he had cooldown on Meat Shield, unfortunately for him, so might not have worked. But, all right, back the other way we go. Heroic, whenever they have Ench on King jungles, he loves to get involved in these early tower pushes, as you should when you're playing Ench 5. So, putting that, twisting the screw in mid, and they might just get the tower.
Yeah, looks to be the case.
Amp damage on Kunkka.
Pretty early.
Yeah, this is really good. Mid and enemy safe lane tower taken minute 8.
His Whisper, oh boy, dies again. So after such a good start, now this is looking more like a pub version of Pudge. What?
So, no, it's just that the default pub Pudge is just bad. That is your definition of a pub Pudge is
yeah, of course.
Bad.
Yeah, if it's on my team.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the enemy team, they're just destroying.
Yeah, really good, yeah.
Confirmation bias.
So now this is looking more like a pub Pudge on my team.
Boat is coming for DM. Gets off the shapeshift.
He's fine.
And he's going to be A-okay.
Might be a
Gets
turnaround
off
even.
the house. The minus armor is going to be used by Satanic. Get the boundless strike off as well. This turns into a very valuable kill for the PVISION side. And now Analog onto the high ground. DM is still here. TP canceled thanks to the cookie. This is going to be the death of the Kunkka. Not to the Centaur, though, to no one instead. It was looking pretty good for Heroic, but PVISION come back into this early stages of the game with a couple of nice fights.
Yeah, this one was on... The thing that stings about this for Heroic is that it was on their initiative. They were the ones going on Lycan, and they just didn't have the damage. They landed all of their spells, but it's not enough. So, ultimately, just a mistake trying this to begin with. Though everything, as mentioned, just landing here, not enough damage. Shapeshift giving the 250 health definitely helped there as well for DM.
Yep, true.
They might not have accounted for that. It's almost it is impossible to hit Torrent ship without Shapeshift going off in between. So yeah, just not enough in the tank.
All right, we'll see if 9 class wants to go for the same build. Ooh, this is the true Slack special. Arcane into Ags first.
Yeah.
So not going to be stopping off with the Blink Dagger, it seems. Actually, this is not the Slack special. Slack's is Brown Boots Ags, my bad.
I'm surprised he gets boots.
Yeah.
Or actually, I'm not surprised he gets boots. I'm surprised he stays with one pair.
Yeah,
because
true.
when I play with Slacks, he buys one of each.
True.
Very
toxic.
Very much to my dismay.
9 class, Concoction. Gonna come for Schofield. Gets off the Spike Carapace. And no one is here, but Schofield does get off the Vendetta.
Scuttle.
Sentry was close. Oh, that's theirs, actually.
Little mistimed there. I think with perfect execution, that could have been a kill. The stun going into the Carapace might have... I don't know. Might still have been fine, actually.
Really backseating today, it seems.
Oh, okay.
Really strong backseating from Cinder and Azuma. Mortimer's kisses are going to destroy him. 9 class steals it, though, with the Concoction.
This took Kali's Snapfire, both this game and the last one, has seemed really valuable.
Yeah, it's looked really
for
good.
PVISION, so perhaps this could be something to look out for future teams. We also seen it in a decent amount of other series today, of course, so the hero in general is just pretty popular, and I can't say I hate it. I think Snap is a very entertaining hero to watch and play, so I'm on board with it. Long-range heavy artillery is fun. That's why you love Tink.
No one. Inside the Sprout, gets off the Sonic Wave, actually kills off Schofield. Boat is coming for no one, though, at half HP, but not enough to withstand that barrage of damage. So he at least claims 1, but Heroic going to be happy with this exchange.
They brought 5 heroes for that.
That's true. Maybe not as happy.
Can't say that was necessary.
All right, so first Ags for 9 class.
Yeah, it's...
Quap?
Probably.
Quaps is really good,
right?
but...
Monkey King is also not bad.
If you give it to Lycan, Cinder, they can just bite Monkey King.
So, considering that you're playing against a lineup with 2 melee cores and Nyx also coming up close, I think the AoE Shadow Strike's just too good.
Yeah, it's a crazy axe.
I don't think you can pass up on getting that for free.
And yeah, I would agree. It's a top 10 Ags, I would say. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, probably.
It's extremely good.
It's one of those Ags that has games where it's not that good, but in all of the games where it's even if it's decent, it's one of the best. So you just want to avoid the games. Like, let's say the enemy team has like 3 or 4 very mobile heroes that play from range. Oftentimes you're not going to find those AoE Shadow Strikes, but in this game you definitely will.
Schofield using Vendetta, it seems.
13-minute Treads Battle Fury on Satanic after 2 deaths and losing his tower minute 7 is quite impressive. Now, they did allocate some extra resources to bring him back, but in spite of that, I still have to say this is a very solid time. Well, he's keeping up with the Nature's Prophet, mind you.
Yeah, goes for the Battle Fury, so a way to get out of Sprout throughout the game.
True. I think he's in part also buying it to farm. What do you think?
I think that's a secondary feature of the Battle Fury.
Just for the Sprout.
Yeah, the Quelling Blade's really important. So
yeah, just for the Sprout. Okay. Interesting as well. Let's see.
Wait, did he change his mind? How dare you, Night?
Is he going bling?
Why would you tease us with such a juicy item?
No.
So we'll be exactly the same as last time around.
Well, he's probably going to get the eggs again shortly, so.
Yeah, I would assume so.
It'll be exciting later.
DM getting closer to the helm of the Overlord. Actually, I didn't even check which facet took. It's the pack leader.
Pack leader, yeah.
So, shapeshift being a little bit stronger. Do you like this one or the other one, which gives you 6 levels of the wolves?
I think alpha wolves are more game specific. I think they can be really good if there's enemy supports that truly struggle with the wolves. I don't think that's the case here. Ench is actually quite good against them, as we've already established with both Enchant and Untouchable, so the alpha wolves can't really mess with her all that much. And Nyx is just off map. So if these supports, let's say you're playing against Bane. Bane hates alpha wolves, Shadow Shaman. These kind of heroes that are very positioning dependent and can't fight back against the wolves. Just not the case here. I think it's more of an anti-support facet than anything. So this one is just the staple choice, and then you pick the other one when you have a good reason to. And then you pick the third one if you're...
Spirit Wolves.
Yeah, if you're playing Turbo. I don't know.
I like how you refrain from saying being bad at the game. Appreciate that. It's DM with the Satyr. Ready to push as, ooh, no one. Blinking in, but Analog out of reach. 9 class with another self-concoction. Does have the blink as Whisper is getting close to finishing his Aghanim Scepter. This is a nice classic. Back in the day, young children, you could deny yourself with Pudge.
Yeah.
It was good times for all. You could do the same with Double Edge on Centaur. It used to mini-stun as well. Really cool information for all of you out there.
Now that you can't die from rots, you can actually farm infinite amounts of stacks as long as you smoke.
That's right. Schofield spotted. Scatterblast hits. Concoction hits as well. Does not use... Okay, doesn't have time apparently. Schofield does get off the Impale now. Uses his ult to try to skitter away. Will be able to dodge most of these globs, and he wastes quite a bit of time and resources from PVISION, so not too bad.
These are the worst moments when you have like a quote-unquote free kill, and then you're just trying to save one spell, and then you're like, oh, we actually need it, and then you throw it, and then it misses.
Yeah.
If they use kisses instantly, he's just dead on the spot, but they didn't think they would need them.
They're also trying to wait out the Spike Carapace, which he didn't pop for a long time.
Yeah, that's true. They have to wait for Carapace before they can throw out the kisses, but...
Panic. Oh, man, that was a nice Force Staff into the Centaur stomp. Uses the Shard with the Boundless Strike to get away, though.
I love that he bought it this early. I think it's really good this game. It gives him a way of getting away from Pudge if he gets hooked. He can maybe get away from Nyx openings, and this one as well. Get out of Sprout easily. So... clever purchase here from Satanic. And that previous kill, I don't know. Like, if you stun the Nyx and you throw out, you can probably throw out 3 globs before he gets Carapace off, right? In a max concoction, I would think. It would have had it. Anyway, backseating a little much there, Shannon.
Yep, as usual. Thanks, Syndra.
DM,
the hook actually misses DM. Because his ult was being popped, dodges that. Boat, looks like he's going to get the cookie. Runs away. Satanic inside the Wukong's command, turns into the statue. Gets to the other side. He's going to be fine. Yuma kind of isolated from his team now as the Boundless Strike will take him down. Double kill for DM as Satanic trying to dodge a little bit, but the hook finally brings him back into the fray. But it's going to be at the cost of many heroes on the Heroic side as 9 Class and Company looking to clean up his Analog super low. Will be the 4th death for Heroic, and it's a full team wipe. And all PVISION lost was the one Monkey King. Pretty crazy fight for PVISION.
Man, there were a couple of whiffed spells in the start, and ultimately that really helps PVISION get the win there. They don't get the X-Torrent boat combination onto Lycan. He just runs away from it all. The hook misses because he by chance casts Shapeshift at the exact same time.
Yeah, that was...
You can't... I mean, that's just lucky. There's no... I don't think DM had vision of the Pudge. He doesn't know the hook is coming. It's just coincidence that it overlaps fully. You're going to see the replay of it here. So look here.
This is a top play nominee right here. Oh, so yeah.
That hook's going to miss.
That's gorgeous.
Now, this is the one that can't miss. You can't miss this X-Torrent chip, right?
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That whiffs entirely. DM runs out. You have a Wukong's command that is effectively hitting nothing as well from the side of PVISION, but Yuma gets isolated in a really precarious spot because the X-Torrent combo misses. If that lands, they kill Lycan and probably stay in formation. Instead, they get separated. And if not for that nice hook from Whisper, this would have been a clean wipe. At the very least, he got 1 kill. but not the greatest result there for Heroic. Gotta be tighter on those executions if you want to beat a team like PVISION, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. As a result, PVISION now with a 3K lead. Nothing too crazy. I mean, the problem really, I mean, this, how often can you say this? Yuma on the Nature's Prophet. Well, speaking of which, he's
so dead.
Scouted a bit by no one. Concoction comes from 9 class into the Sonic Wave. He goes to the grave. I was going to say, in terms of net worth, top of his team, but 4th overall in the game as a Nature's Prophet. That is kind of unheard of, it feels like.
And it's only going to get worse when Alk gets Ags, because then somebody's going to skyrocket even further.
Yeah.
And catching up will be all that harder. Speak of the Alk, see you later. Not gonna miss this one.
Cannot buy any components, so we'll lose 100 precious gold towards whatever Aghanim Scepter he chooses.
I've been wondering with these voice lines, I feel like a lot of them have translations and some don't. So Satanic just dropped this voice line and I have no idea what it's saying, but other voice lines there's an English subtitle. Are Valve hiding something from us? Is there subliminal messaging?
Is this you submitting a bug report on a cast
This
at
is
TI?
This is a bug.
Okay, just checking. Valve loves hearing about bug reports. There's one.
I don't know if it's a bug. Like
Maybe Nyx is a bug, literally.
Okay, great segue.
And Tormentor. KJ takes it.
Okay, so it gets Sprunk. It's a really nice one for sure. The panel was talking about Ags as a potential solution for Lycan, but doesn't seem interested in it. It's going to go drums into Solar. And the problem with Ags as well is it's very...
DM, very slow boy. Pops his ult, but they have the connection. Dismember to follow. And Sprout coming if needed, not. Enough damage for days. He was pretty close to finishing the AC. Still not too far away from the recipe now.
Sprung is actually really good for them to get for free here for the side of Heroic. The pure damage, Ench can become the X factor in this game. We've seen that a lot of times throughout Dota's history, that as far as 5s go, Ench sometimes becomes a 4th core. And the core matchups that you have here, in particular Monkey King and Lycan, having Sprung to get out of the ring and then do damage as well, would be nice.
That's a really fast BKB. Oh, he actually gets hooked in, though, into the Dismember. Teammates are on the way, turns into a little soldier, and now runs away in shame. Satanic, 1 BKB charge down.
Changing up the guard is such a strong facet.
It is crazy good. And cool conceptually. When those two things align, beautiful stuff happens.
It's pretty amazing against Kunkka in particular, right? Because when you are changing in the guard, you can't be pulled out by X, I think? Or?
I highly doubt you can, yeah.
So then, it's just when the X is about to reach its point where you're like, he's going to pull back into Torrent ship, you can just jump into your ult if you have it running. Kind of hard to keep you in place.
I feel like if you can guess which soldier it is, you should be able to click the soldier and then click a sub-ability of the soldier and it insta-kills the hero. What do you think?
Oh, so like you win a prize.
Yeah, that's right. And then confetti falls.
I think Wukong's command should be a game of whack-a-mole, and you run around and you hit each monkey.
That's good.
And when you hit the right one, he gets stunned.
Okay. So just like the tree.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Ship it. Next update. Alk Ags halfway there.
Yep. Taking his time again. These haven't been the most convincing cases for this Alk. I think this game has gone better, though, overall for 9 class than the last one.
Speaking of Aghanim Scepter, talk to me about this one. This one, to me, has always felt underwhelming in general. It's the cannons on the boat.
Yeah, it gives you more teamfight damage, and obviously stats are good. You get tankier. But in comparison to other items, this is one of the Ags of the game that I'm not personally that sold on buying.
No one actually blinks into everybody, pops the BKB. There's the boat with the apples falling out of it. Very delicious indeed. As 9 class going to pop the Essence Ring to stay alive. Impetus doing quite a bit of damage. The Impale is enough as Schofield gets the kill, but 2 dead for PVISION. Satanic coming in to try to counteract this, though. They get the Kunkka, so 2 supports for the 1 core so far. No one with the blink should be able to survive now. Does he actually want to continue to fight, though? Shadow Strike applied to Schofield. As Whisper apparently dies to DM on the other side.
Oh, they found him together
so with... So 2 supports for 2 cores. PVISION Gonna be pretty happy.
Satanic's thinking about this.
He is.
It's too far, surely, right?
How old is he? Isn't he
there.
like 17? You have all the confidence in the world.
Yeah?
It's not until your mid-20s you start feeling this impending doom, you know, as a human being.
This is why everybody loves your casting sometimes. They come here for the positivity and the good vibes.
Yeah, when you're 17, nothing can happen to you.
It's been a while since I had a reality check. I'm going to tune into Suns fan casting right now so I can feel better about my life.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's all good.
It only gets worse with age. I can attest to you.
The secret though, is to stay mentally young.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I have a 4th grade education, so as young as possible.
Sure.
All right,
That's
600 away, 9-class Ags. We've been hyping it all game. I mean, the difference here is last game he bought it for a Tinker who already had Ags.
Yeah, there's no refund here, right?
Yeah, no need for it.
Yeah.
I mean, typically co-ops will not be buying. I mean, in a normal game when it's good, how fast would they normally buy it, would you say? Like 2nd, 3rd?
Yeah, probably 3rd, right? You often see either Blade Mail or Kaya Sanj and then BKB, and then probably that's the time you would buy it. But here you can go both Blade Mail and Kaya Sanj because you know you're getting the extra. I mean, I'm assuming he's getting the extra free based on his item build-up. Because otherwise, I think right now, with no one's exact inventory, I would suggest buying Ags now instead of finishing Kaya Sanj. I think just keep the casual Kaya and get an earlier Ags. So just assuming that he'll get it here just makes the most sense. Let's see, your bite suggestion is not out of the question.
I think you do that second. Most
or,
likely.
hear me out, you give Ags to Snap, and then she throws in Monkey King and he drops the ring.
See, I wanted that last game. I didn't say it because I knew it was a stupid suggestion, so I'm just going to say that that's a stupid suggestion. I would love to see it, though.
It is a stupid suggestion. Yeah. That's why we hope to see it.
I mean, the fact that he went for, I think, 2 Ags, and then he just didn't buy another one just shows that they don't really value the Snap Ags set.
Gobble Up has its games. The last one...
It's a cool Ags. It's a very cool Ags.
Okay. 9-class, the time has come. It is on its way. One thing we haven't discussed is he could misclick it and use it on himself.
Yep, that's true. That's the potential.
Works. Okay, who do you give it to? Queen of Pain. Shocking.
All right, so Shadow Strike. Very strong. Into the pit, PVISION goes.
He still chose 30 damage instead of -1 second Shadow Strike damage interval on level 15 as his talent.
Yeah.
I thought...
Schofield getting in really deep, pops the Vendetta, try to get away, has the ability to traverse terrain. Balance Strike misses. Looked like it went right through him. Scatterblast will not miss. Schofield gets off the Spike Carapace. They really want to kill this cockroach. And Schofield pops the Essence Ring, no longer invisible as a result. He's wasting a lot of time. Gets an Impale onto 2, and there is the death of the Nyx Assassin.
Pretty sure this is like the encyclopedia clip for Schofield. Look it up.
Okay.
He just kites the entire enemy team for 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty absurd.
Such a Schofield moment.
9-class, so it's a full concoction onto Analog's face. And now his face is gone. And this is a free Roche if they can't get more kills, which isn't out of the question. Poke gonna miss. And into the pit they go for a second time, this time backed up by the Prowler. The fearsome neutral creep. First Aegis to Satanic. Has the Crystallis, not too far off from getting the Demon Edge into an eventual Daedalus.
He's gonna hit really hard. This is a pretty early Daedalus build from the Monkey King. Not necessarily what we see every time. What was it Yuma did last game? Did he do the same build order?
No,
he went Echo.
Deso.
He went Echo, Deso, and then Daedalus, right? And BKB in between?
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm trying to think of other recent Battle Fury Monkey King builds if the default is to go Daedalus 3rd. I think it varies a bit. Like sometimes you see Monkey Kings go Manta, sometimes you see Sanjin Yasha as well. Sometimes you see Bloodthorn. I think there's quite a few build paths after the BKB.
Wisp. It's off the blink, 9-class, self-concocts. Looks like that's the case. Satanic. He finds Schofield, or is it the other way around? The Impale into the blink now is no one. Nice little haste rune for his troubles. Yeah, the Stolen Wolves can be pretty annoying. I feel like it hasn't had a huge impact on this game, though.
No, if a really big part of the edge this game, if that was to counter Lycan, I feel like mission failed, right? I don't think DM's laning was bad enough that it justified it. And the panel was talking about buying Ags for little friends, but he's not even buying that, which I can understand, because I think it's just too reliant on the enemy players making mistakes, right? When that Ags comes into play, you just don't stack your wolves and your Dom with anything, and then it's fine.
Analog goes through the gate. Now he'll be greeted by 9 class with another concoct. Torn actually hits no one, but now they're going to completely surround him, but the TP is successful. Kind of a weird engagement overall. Whisper going to blink in with the dismember. Mortimer's kisses from afar, though, as no one getting extremely low gets the blink off of the BKB as well. And now Whisper and Schofield on the potential run. KJ nearby. 9 class kind of out of gas, though. As 9 class and company going to be accompanied now by Satanic with the Boundless Strike into a retreat. So everyone is just going to go their merry way.
Close calls all around, but no casualties. Satanic looking at Scotty next. A little bit of anti-healing against Ench, and of course the...
You use mana the instant you touch that, right?
Yeah. Anti-healing against, I guess, Pudge to an extent. I feel like he's not really buying for that at all.
Man, has to use but the Sonic Wave completely whiffs. But they have enough damage for days. Analog taken out again. 60 seconds on the deck. It feels like PVISION in pretty decent control of the game, despite only being up 5K. It's nothing crazy, but it feels like they are dictating everything. Like, when's the last time Heroic has really gone for a fight? I mean, are they waiting for some sort of specific item to come online? Or some other timing?
Yeah, they definitely need to wait for the BKB plus Shivas to complete, right? You're pretty close, and that's a nice level up for Kunkka and Pudge together, and you would probably get the Daedalus of Nature's Prophet at the same time. So those 3, and then you go for it. But yeah, the reason this feels so relatively one-sided with only a 5K lead is just the nature of the lineups. Pudge, where he's sitting on net worth right now, and the matchups that he has in this game are pretty tough to play.
Ooh, Satanic cleans up both. Oh, man. All over the map. Meanwhile, the rest of his team pushing down mid. Gonna knock on the door. So 70 seconds of no position 1 Nature's Prophet.
This could actually be 2 lanes out of nowhere.
Well, they're gonna get the tower for free, and with that pine cone, yeah, this is gonna be 1 set at the very least. This
Lycan
is super
a monster
early
in these situations. This is, I mean, this is just 2 lanes. Well, what are you gonna do? If you hook someone, you're just gonna lose the fight. You have to let both sets go.
Man.
They have Glyph, but there's so many units, so they're not even killing the siege creep.
Still 40 seconds. Yeah, I think you're right, and they still have to go against the second life of the Monkey King for another 30.
I wonder if they try to force Megas.
The
30
timing
seconds
is
on Prophet. I genuinely think there was a possibility to go for it, but this is completely fine. Play it safe. Meanwhile, 9 classes nowhere to be seen except by the 2 enemy heroes who were also nowhere to be seen, and therefore they met.
He's buying another Ags, it seems, huh? All right, now this is the true debate. Is it the Monkey King or the Lycan? Because both help Monkey King, right?
Give in to your temptation. Give it to Snap.
Okay, that's the other option.
Give in.
And of course, the option we already discussed is the misclick on self.
Yeah, I think it's better to give it to Lycan.
Lycan?
Yeah, I think so. Just make a monster Monkey King.
It feels like the Monkey King, like he is using those soldiers a lot. He's using his Balanced Strike to get away. He doesn't really need the mobility. I know it gives you other aspects.
Yeah.
I actually think the Ags on Monkey King is better as a result.
I guess if you're looking to high ground as well, the Monkey King one also has value there, just for the zone control. So, yeah, I'm fine with either. I don't think it's...
No, you made your choice
not that
already.
important. Okay. All right, I choose Monkey King.
Vendetta. Satanic will take...
Oh,
tries to go for the Balanced Strike. Oh, nice Force Staff, though. Disrupts the hook combo. Well, it's not really it's just hook. It's not a combo. Schofield, he's a little bit too aggressive, my friend. Will be a kill one way or the other. DM claims him.
9 class going for another self-concoct for the tally.
Who are we casting a few years ago that did it 15+ times? Do you remember?
I remember a no-tail game.
Nah, I remember it was no-tail. There was somebody else.
I don't think I was casting it. I just remember watching it. I think he self-stunned so many times in a row. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, we cast a game where this happened.
It was before he won TI, so I was probably not thinking, oh, I could win TI from watching that. But yeah, that was something else. I don't remember who it was, but I do recall that we had a game together as well where somebody was just self-stunning non-stop. Oh boy, Yuma. Oh, he overjumped
Sonic
his ring.
Wave. Yuma, half HP, attempted Nightfall, unsuccessful.
Satanic almost messed that up by jumping out of his ring with the Boundless. That was very
So
close.
the Ags, oh, it did go to Lycan. Good call, Cinderin. You said Monkey, though.
Yeah, as expected, Lycan.
DM with a BKB, gonna get the bite off. 9 class is gonna be the first to fall, but it's gonna be the trade for Pudge in all likelihood. 4 staff, though, keeping him safe. Boat with the apples.
The Wolf Brothers
Is it
are
gonna
coming.
do anything?
Here comes
They're
the pack.
chasing. Boundless Strike finishes the job, and Satanic now as a wolf running around with his animations broken, it looks like. Nullify the poor Enchantress. 1-shot, 2-shot kill. Satanic with the BKB can run to his heart's content, can leave the Lycan, but doesn't want to leave his friend to die to the rest of Heroic, but they bop back onto the Pudge, and this is going to be a dieback now for Whisper. And this looks to be a 2-0 for PVISION. Really, really impressive play off the back of 2 support ALK games. It was all ALK, of course.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this begs the question, how good was the ALK? Like,
It was good.
I'm still unsure.
It was good.
Still unsure how much the ALK really... Okay, I'm not going to say that it wasn't good, because it was. It was good, and it worked, and it did its job. But it's always going to be by comparison, right? Versus having some other... I was going to say classic 9 class hero. What's that at this point? Let's say more traditional support, if you